Ablutophobia, fear of bathing. Achluophobia, fear of darkness. Acrophobia, fear of heights. Aerophobia, fear of flying. Algophobia, fear of pain. Agoraphobia, fear of open spaces or crowds. Aichmophobia, fear of needles or pointed objects. Amaxophobia, fear of riding in a car. Androphobia, fear of men. Anemophobia, fear of air. Anginophobia, fear of angina or choking. Angrophobia, fear of anger. Anthrophobia, fear of flowers. Anthropophobia, fear of people or society. Aphenphosmphobia, fear of being touched. Arachibutyrophobia, fear of peanut butter. Arachnophobia, fear of spiders. Arithmophobia, fear of numbers. Astrophobia, fear of thunder and lightning. Astrophobia, fear of outer space. Ataxophobia, fear of disorder or untidiness. Atelophobia, fear of imperfection. Atychiphobia, fear of failure. Automatonophobia, fear of human-like figures. Autophobia, fear of being alone. Bacteriophobia, fear of bacteria. Barophobia, fear of gravity. Bathmophobia, fear of stairs or steep slopes. Batrachophobia, fear of amphibians. Balloonphobia, fear of pins and needles. Bibliophobia, fear of books. Botanophobia, fear of plants. Cacophobia, fear of ugliness. Catagelophobia, fear of being ridiculed. Catoptrophobia, fear of mirrors. Chionophobia, fear of snow. Chromatophobia, fear of spending money. Chromophobia, fear of colors. Chronometrophobia, fear of clocks. Chronophobia, fear of time. Cyberphobia, fear of food. Claustrophobia, fear of confined spaces. Climacophobia, fear of climbing. Coulrophobia, fear of clowns. Cyberphobia, fear of computers. Cynophobia, fear of dogs. Demonophobia, fear of demons. Decidophobia, fear of making decisions. Dendrophobia, fear of trees. Dentophobia, fear of dentists. Domatophobia, fear of houses. Atychiphobia, fear of accidents. Ecophobia, fear of the home. Elurophobia, fear of cats. Imitophobia, fear of vomiting. Entomophobia, fear of insects. Ephibophobia, fear of teenagers. Erotophobia, fear of sex. Equinophobia, fear of horses. Gamophobia, fear of marriage. Genophobia, fear of knees. Glossophobia, fear of speaking in public. Gynophobia, fear of women. Hapophobia, fear of touch. Heliophobia, fear of the sun. Hemophobia, fear of blood. Herpetophobia, fear of reptiles. Hippopotomonstros esquipedaliophobia. Ironically, fear of long words. Hydrophobia, fear of water. Hypochondria, fear of illness. Iatrophobia, fear of doctors. Insectophobia, fear of insects. Koinoniphobia, fear of rooms. Kumpunophobia, fear of buttons. Leucophobia, fear of the color white. Lilapsophobia, fear of tornadoes and hurricanes. Lachiophobia, fear of childbirth. Megarochophobia, fear of cooking. Megalophobia, fear of large things. Melanophobia, fear of the color black. Microphobia, fear of small things. Mysophobia, fear of dirt and germs. Necrophobia, fear of death or dead things. Noctophobia, fear of the night. Nomophobia, fear of being without your mobile phone. Nosocomophobia, fear of hospitals. Nyctophobia, fear of the dark. Obesophobia, fear of gaining weight. Octophobia, fear of the figure 8. Ambrophobia, fear of rain. Ophidiophobia, fear of snakes. Ornithophobia, fear of birds. Osmophobia, fear of smells. Ostraconophobia, fear of shellfish. Papyrophobia, fear of paper. Pedophobia, fear of children. Philomatophobia, fear of kissing. Philophobia, fear of love. Phobophobia, fear of phobias. Podophobia, fear of feet. Porphyrophobia, fear of the color purple. Pteridophobia, fear of ferns. Pteromerhanophobia, fear of flying. Pyrophobia, fear of fire. Amhinophobia, fear of Halloween. Scolionophobia, fear of school. Scoptophobia, fear of being stared at. Selenophobia, fear of the moon. Sociophobia, fear of social evaluation. Somnophobia, fear of sleep. Techophobia, fear of speed. Technophobia, fear of technology. Thalassophobia, fear of the ocean. Trichophobia, fear of hair. Tonitrophobia, fear of thunder. Trypanophobia, fear of needles, injections. Trypophobia, fear of holes. Venustraphobia, fear of beautiful women. Verminophobia, fear of germs. Wiccaphobia, fear of witches and witchcraft. Xenophobia, fear of strangers or foreigners. Zoophobia, fear of animals. Zwigerphobia, fear of vacuum cleaners.